I conned Dad into going and buying something dumb with me. What's it gonna be? You'll have to wait and see. It's following me home. I've barely gotten it off the trailer and I've already broke the goddamn thing, so sit tight. We're experiencing some technical difficulties. And my welder's broke, cause why wouldn't it be? And I need that to fix that, so it's going good. Okay, I went to my buddy's house, I used his welder, I got the whole thing put back together now after a lot more fucking around, but it's back together and running and driving again, so now I can tell you about it and see what else we can break. This machine here is called a Cat-A-Gator. I knew they existed, but they're incredibly rare. I'd never seen one in person before, so when one came up for sale here recently, obviously I called Dad and was like, hey, you want to go on a road trip with me 2.5 hours to buy something dumb? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. Why not? Because what other option did I have? It's not like I'll probably ever see one again, and if I do, I'll probably buy that one too. And despite me not needing it, it's now here in my driveway. So these are all steel body Amphibious machines. It came in two options, a 6-wheel drive and an 8-wheel drive. Obviously, I've got the 8-wheel drive. You can put tracks on them. They normally don't come with a cab. Mine has one, and I can't tell if it's homemade or a factory option because it looks a little homemade, but all the shit back in the 60s kind of looked a little homemade. It is pretty nice inside, though. It does have heat, which is definitely homemade. Because here's our heating system right here. It's like an old fan shroud that they hooked a computer fan up to and just piped it into the cab behind the seat. And the computer fan isn't even ducted to the motor. I guess it just sucks in hot air from around the motor. I'm not really sure how well that's gonna work when it gets really cold out and you're out like ice fishing or something, but I guess we'll find out. And if it doesn't work, I've always got a buddy heater, or I can duct it better. Anyway, I've barely driven the thing since I broke it right away, so let's go take it for a test drive and see what else we can break. Well, it didn't take long to break something again. Onward! I can tell you the heat works in it right now. Whoever put this cabin messed up when they didn't design a window you could crack. Well, it goes. It steers like shit. And I'm sure there's a way to adjust it because it all looks adjustable, but nobody seems to have these things or know anything about it, so it's hard to ask the internet. And I did find a manual for them, but it was like Xeroxed like 47 times in 1984, so I can read about 6 words out of it. It's awesome. Real informative. It did break through the ice out there though and keep going, so that was pretty cool. Anyway, there it is, the Cat-A-Gator, the latest weird motorized thing I didn't need, but I now own because I make bad choices.